Hello and welcome. This is the Total Wellness Reboot, where we unlock energy with the Vibrant Soul approach. I am Ashley Torian, and I am so thrilled that you are here and that you have taken time out of your time, the way that you schedule your time. You took time to be here, which is telling me that you are maybe a little frustrated with what is happening on the inside and it's holding you back from what you would really love to experience in your life. The Vibrant Soul approach is an approach that works with the three centers of intelligence, your energy centers. And by addressing those, that is the way we can walk through our life, living exactly what we would love with vibrant health, vitality, and just feeling good in our own skin and being an inspiration for others. And if you are a leader, if you are an entrepreneur, maybe you're a mom, maybe you are in service. No matter what it is that is your vocation in life, you have the opportunity to inspire others. And when we are centered, when we feel good in our body, y'all, when we are filled with vitality and enthusiasm, we are more courageous in our steps forward in our life. So thank you for joining me for this evening's masterclass on unlocking energy with the Vibrant Soul approach. Whoops, here we are. My apologies. Wrong screen. Sorry about that, y'all. I love that so much. Here we are. Here we are. We are here for the Total Wellness Reboot. Here we go. Something's going on. Imagine, well, let me back up just a minute. I need to back up for just a second because I have missed another slide for you. There are discoveries awaiting you tonight. You're going to learn how you can transform that busyness that is going on in your mind. You're going to learn how to renew the health and vitality of your tummy. You are going to learn how to overcome stress eating or stress buying or stress anything. You are going to learn how to release anxiety and overwhelm. You're going to learn how to slow down and gain back your time. You're going to learn how you can set boundaries to protect your energy. When we are captivated by those thoughts in our mind that are never ending and ongoing and typically have a life of their own because they have never been mastered, that can create issues, not only in your life and your experiences, but your health as well. Imagine, just for a moment, imagine if you were living in calm confidence in the midst of the chaos that's around you. Imagine being fully equipped and resourced to handle all things that come to you in your life. Wow, how good would that feel? Imagine a life filled with peace and freedom where relaxation is your everyday reality. That is what drove me. That was the inspiration in my life, was the desire to feel peace and freedom and to feel relaxed. I was stressed and worn out from, let's see. I was stressed and worn out from the anxiety, from the mind running my life and creating scenarios of untruth. And it was the peace and freedom that drove me. What is driving you? Would you love a life filled with peace and freedom? Maybe yours is enthusiasm and courage, which are the two emotions to states of operation that we'll be talking about tonight. But maybe yours is joy. Maybe it's faith. What is driving you? That is a very important question you can ask yourself today. So imagine waking up every day feeling that way and feeling energized and ready to take on the world. I have worked with several clients who were in that same situation that maybe you are arriving in this evening. This young lady, Amy, she considered herself a healthy person, but she was hungry all the time. She suffered from abdominal discomfort, anxiety just filled her, and she carried it in her gut. And by working with me and working with her state of operation, she was able to clear that need to eat all the time. What she was interpreting as hunger was stress chemistry in her gut. This girl dropped 25 pounds. And when she walked in my door, I thought she doesn't need to lose weight like that. She, maybe 5, maybe 10, right? There was bloating, but she dropped 25 pounds. And sometimes I think, you know what? Or oftentimes I think, you know what? That is energetic weight. She dropped some from her physical form, but there was a lot of energetic weight that she dropped as well. And then Kelly also lived in that place of speed, the place of chaos and busy. And her schedule was just going and going and going. And she was plagued by anxiety since she was a child. And by learning how to work with her state of operation, she now operates in that slow mode fashion, in that way that is with ease and with grace. Tanya came to me and was also being sabotaged by the food in her life, was holding her hostage. And by working with her state of operation, she was able to drop 10 pounds without even thinking about the food. We didn't even work with the food portion. We just worked with her state of operation. And she began to feel the ease within, which had her showing up differently, not only with food, but in her business as well. And her business has began expanding because she was able to tap in to what truly inspired her. So who is this perfect for? This thought about state of operation, and we're going to get to the problems within our state of operation and how we work with it in just a minute, but I did want to just cover this really quick. This is for the leader in you who is desiring to level up your leadership abilities. Why? Why is state of operation so important? And why is energy important when you're thinking about your business? It's important because the way you show up for your team, the way you show up to your prospects matters. And if you are, what you're going to find out soon is below the line, if you're operating from there, then your businesses could be sluggish. But when we operate above the line and we tune into that state of operation and we come from that space, that is when we are filled with inspiration that inspires others. Maybe you're a coach, and as a coach, you are desiring to be present and balanced for your clients. We do this by working with your state of operation, by looking at those emotions that are running your life, and we begin resolving them, releasing them, clearing them out so that you create new neural pathways around that presence. Maybe you're a mom, and maybe you would love to be present for your kids. I believe that as moms, we are coaches for them. We're also leaders for them. Mom is the most valuable job in the world. And as a mom, we must show up. Our state of operation must be that will inspire our children. And if you're a health enthusiast, then this right here is going to so bring peace to your soul, because working with your state of operation, those emotions that are running the show, by working with them, you are going to elevate your health and vitality exponentially. So, who is this not for? Well, it is not for those that are resistant to change. And it's not for those who are skeptic of a more holistic approach. You know, it's so easy to get caught in the quick fixes. And what is that next thing that's going to help me stay in my state of operation? Well, I hate to break it to you, but what is going to help you stay in your state of operation is by resolving those emotions that are running the show. They're running in the background, and they are coming from your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. You are your subconscious mind. The patterns of your subconscious mind is what you are living right now in your reality. Consciously, we would love perfection, right? But we are not living that. Who am I, and why can you trust me to teach you this? Well, I am a warrior now. I was a warrior. I worried about everything. In fact, that was my nickname my sister gave me when I was younger, was that I was a worrywart. And in that worrying state, I had airplanes in my tummy. I had anxiety all of my young life, up through to having children. I had anxiety. I shook when I was nervous about something. And when you are feeling the natural anxiety around you just got a job promotion and you are heading out the door for your first day, that's great. That's good energy flowing through you because you are going to just knock it out of the park and resolve that as you move through that first day on your job. Maybe you are having natural anxiety around maybe you're standing on stage in just a little bit. That's a natural anxiety that can be resolved so easily. But then there's those other two anxiety states. The anxiety that is caused from our mind and those thoughts that are running the show, our mind that is not mastered, and it's creating scenarios of untruth. And it could be anxiety around those big questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? So far in my life, I haven't seen my purpose. What is my purpose? I am drowning here. That's that third level of anxiety. And when we are inside of those two, it feels like we are in a jail cell and can't get out. And so I went on a mission. I did. When I was in the muck of all of that, of all three of those levels of anxiety, when I was in the muck of that, I went to work and I discovered how the mind worked, how the emotions worked, our physical body's reaction, and what happens inside of our physical body when those things are happening. Spiritually, I became more connected. I began to be a seeker. And by putting my mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies together, I began bringing them into alignment so I was more at ease and felt the peace. Yay. And what I discovered was that transformation requires unconditional wisdom. Imagine being and feeling fully equipped while working with someone, working with a prospect, working with a client, working with a new customer, working with your children. Being able to experience the peace in the midst of their freakout dance. Wouldn't that be great? Health is determined by the state of our soul. And we must be willing to explore and embrace methods that are not in the normal, y'all. Our bodies are a miracle machine, and we are anything but normal. We are special. We were created in a way that is so special and so detailed. And we've got to get down to the base level of how it operates in order to understand how we can transform from the inside out. My method emphasizes adopting a mindset that values that deep inner work, that takes time to work with what doesn't feel good. The path to transformation is paved with innovative practices. And I'm going to teach you a few tonight. So, a question I have for you: what sets your soul on fire? Whether you're a leader, an entrepreneur, or the mom, it's not just about chasing what ignites your passion, but it's about pursuing that passion boldly with enthusiasm and courage, because that right there is what inspires others to do the same. It gives that ripple effect. Enthusiasm and courage are the foundational elements of leadership, entrepreneurship. Being a mom, we must show enthusiasm. And boy, we have got to be courageous, don't we? Both courage and enthusiasm fuel transformation with vitality from the inside out. There are many other states of operation that line up with leadership, with entrepreneurship, with being a mom. But tonight I really want to focus on, and the two that I can see really do impact a lot, is the enthusiasm and the courage. So our state of operation is what fuels our soul. It is made up of the mindset, the emotions, and the motivation behind the actions. So I want to give you a different picture of this for a moment. Just imagine you're standing at a pond and you've got the pebbles in your hand and you trickle them, you throw them across the pond, and you know how it makes those ripples. And if you keep doing that over and over and over again, it makes all of these ripples. And pretty soon the pond is not smooth anymore and you can't see the bottom. It is filled with all these ripples and waves and you can't see. Well, you can't see the truth. You can't see what's revealed beneath the water. The same thing is true about our state of operation. When we have something in our mind that comes up to the forefront and it triggers an emotion, when it triggers an emotion, when a pattern triggers that emotion, you'll begin to feel a sensation in your body. When we fuel that sensation with other thoughts, it creates another wave of sensations. And when we fuel that with more thoughts, it creates another wave of sensations. And pretty soon we're this thick, embodied wave of sensations that we can't see the truth of who we are. And our actions become motivated by that fear. So what we want to do is turn that around. We want to turn it around to where our emotions, we don't react to them, that we see them and we allow that ripple to fade before we allow the mind to go into action. So a question for you right now is are you tuned to a channel that is getting you what you want? Are you noticing that the sensations in your body are ones of enthusiasm and thrill and joy and laughter and happiness and passion? Are you fueled with that? And are your actions, the motivation behind your actions, following that? Or are you being run over by the sensations created by fear-based emotions? What channel are you tuned to right now? Maybe all day today. What channel were you tuned to? Our state of operation is based out of our three centers of intelligence. I want you to understand where all of these sensations and everything is coming from. We have three centers of intelligence. We have our gut brain, we have the heart brain, and we have the head brain. When we are working with these three centers of intelligence and we align them, then we live in harmony. But when they're not aligned, when the head brain is running the show and the heart brain is being ignored and suppressed, and the gut brain is also being shut down, then your vitality sinks, the health of your body sinks. Your emotional center is usually in the muck puddle, and you are operating below the line. So what the work is inside your state of operation is to bring these back into alignment and to work with each one of these three centers, because they each play a crucial role in your overall state of operation. And when we work with them individually and then work with them to where they're lined up together, then you will begin living free, living fully equipped, fully resourced. You'll begin living with a peace of mind. This is what we do when we armor up every day. There's a program that I've created called Armor Up, and it's all based on your state of operation and getting your state of operation set to the channel of what sets your soul on fire, and running your business from that, running your home from that, running your relationships from that, being inside of your service with that, being in your financial life in that state of operation of what sets your soul on fire. So let's take a look at the emotional spiral. It looks like that might be cut off a little bit. There we go. The emotional spiral. We are human, and we live inside of this spiral, up and down, up and down. And the goal here is to live above the line the majority of the time. When we're above the line, we have a growth mindset. Things happen when we are operating above the line. Things happen in our favor. Things happen with joy. Things happen for progress. But when we operate below the line, that is when we have fear-based leadership, entrepreneurship, mommyhood. What emotional cycle is driving you? Because anytime we're below the line, we can make the conscious choice to shift and rise above. We can. And I'm going to teach you tonight how to do that. Oops. What happened here? There we go. When we tune into what I call the song of your heart, which is what sets your soul on fire, which is also what fuels you to move forward, what is that? What is it that's fueling you to move forward and to take that next bold action? Bring to mind what that is right now. And I just want to give you a gentle reminder that what fuels you and what sets your soul on fire is not external, outside of you. What sets your soul on fire, what is the song of your heart, what is your inspiration, your aim, your reason for being, all resides within you. It resides within you. And it involves your state of operation that is one of those states of operation that was knit together when you were in your mama's womb. It was knit together within you. It is who you are at your core. Your aim, your reason for being, it comes from the core of who you are. What is that? What is it that sets your soul on fire? That is what Armor Up is about, is finding that, fine-tuning it, and learning how to come from that each and every day. So there's 3 steps to shift with our enthusiasm, to shift our state, to lead from enthusiasm, from joy, from peace, from passion. When you are in the midst of the chaos, the stress, the busy, the insecurity, the fear of not knowing what step to take next, we simply pause. We pause and we be present with the breath. And tonight I'm going to teach you several breaths that you can practice to begin shifting your state. And we just for a moment, in that reflection, you'll notice that along with pause is that reflect. And what you're reflecting on is, ooh, what just happened? I am now in the state of angst. Be present with it. Watch it. Be with it. Don't be afraid of it. It's just your body's reaction to a thought that went through your mind, whether you are conscious of the thought or not. That's what happened. Do not fear your body. Your body is merely communicating with you. You're going to remember and set an intention. What are you remembering? You're remembering who you are. You are remembering who you are. This is your decision time. Okay, am I going to be that person that created this reactionary condition in my body, or am I going to be the person that has something that's setting her soul on fire? You remember that and you set your intention. And then you cultivate enthusiasm around that, then cultivate peace around it, passion, whatever that state that you want to be, you cultivate that within you. And you create an affirmation around it. Maybe you practice gratitude. Maybe you do a little visualization of your heart song, or a visualization of your vision that you have created. Cultivate the enthusiasm in your body. So we will do that in just a second. So let's talk about why this is so important. The state of operation that we build up within ourselves has an impact. So when I was a little girl, I was a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader from being knee-high to a grasshopper for my older brother, little league football. And so I was a little cheerleader. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And through my life, I was a cheerleader, and through high school. And yes, there was a couple of years in there when I wasn't cheerleading, but all of my heart was cheerleading. I was a cheerleader. And so Friday Night Lights in high school is a big deal in Texas. That was my dream as a young child, as a young girl, to be a cheerleader at Friday Night Lights. I thought it was going to be the coolest thing, and it really was. It was really so much fun. And so when cheerleaders go out on the field, wouldn't you agree with me that cheerleaders are just built with natural enthusiasm? They are. They just have this natural enthusiasm within them. They have a natural enthusiasm that's built within them. And when then they are there cheering on the field, they are sending that enthusiasm to the stands. And those people in the stands are all of a sudden going, yeah, and they're standing on their feet and they're cheering with you. And the cheering is going back and forth between the cheerleaders and the audience, the cheerleaders and the audience. And it is just filled. The stadium begins to be filled by this enthusiasm. And pretty soon, the football players are feeling that enthusiasm on the field. And when the football players feel that enthusiasm, feel it, right? It just goes in, it sinks into them. They begin playing for it. And when they play for it, it oftentimes leads them to victory. Now, I don't know about you, but that is a pretty good effect to have. So imagine in your business, in your home, you are creating enthusiasm, you're creating joy, you're creating peace, you're creating passion inside you, and the effect that it's going to have on all of those that you come into contact with. Ah, it's so incredible, y'all. So let's take a little vitality break, and so that you can kind of get an idea of what this feels like. So first we're going to do a cycle breath, and let me stop sharing so you can see my body. All right. Hey there, Shirley. I'm glad you joined me.
Yes, it's delightful to be here with you, Ashley. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. All right. So we have within us the ability to transform whatever is going on inside of us. And so first, we just want to do some breathing. All right. So we're just going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And it's going to be inhale for 2, exhale for 4. And I'll do my hand so that you can stay in time with it. All right. So we're going to inhale for 2, exhale for 4. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. One more. Now, I love that form of breathing, inhaling for 2 through the nose, exhaling for 4 through the mouth, because it helps to transform your state of operation very quickly. So you can go from a place of angst to a place of ease within 3 to 5 minutes of doing that. If your level of angst was really high, if it's just low, you're going to be able to do it in just a few minutes. So that's one breath way that you can do it. Another one that you can do is you can play with your breath. And this is really fun. So we're going to, let me explain this first. There's nasal breathing, there's mouth breathing, and there is a sigh breath, there is patterned breathing, where the pattern is different going in and going out, like what we just did. So on this one, what we'll do is we are going to have the inhale and the exhale, the amount's pretty similar, but you're going to do a hard nasal breath in. So it's a sharp breath. It'll go like this. That's a sharp breath. And then a sigh breath is where you make a sound coming out your mouth. And with this one, we're going to go in. So do that with me. Okay. Now we can switch it up a little bit and we can do 2 sharp breaths in and 1 out. So it's going to be the and we can do these fast or slow. So let's slow it down a little bit. And I want you to notice if you begin to feel a little lightheaded. What that is it is just that fear-based mind that's coming out, going, okay, you're doing something unfamiliar. I'm going to go into a little state of stress, so that you stop this and catch your breath, right? So what we want to do is honor that. And at the same time, we just slow it down to where our breaths become equal. So I'll take a breath in and exhale through pursed lips. All the air. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we want to take the hands and let them be guided by our breath. So we're going to breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Good. Now we're going to shake our hands. Shake, 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 shake. Up over our head. Shake and down low. Shake up and down low. And if you're standing or sitting, you can kind of add a little bounce to it. Good. And then just feel it right here for a moment. Feel the energy in your body from the breath and from the arms. Feel the lightness of being that you feel in your body. Bring the breath in again with the arms and exhale as you go down. And feel how the arms are riding on a wave of energy that you just generated from your breath. From within you, you generated energy from your breath and sent it out to all of your body, all the extremities. And now as you're moving the arms with your breath, you're feeling that energy move with you. Now we're going to bring the arms up and we're just going to hold them right here at heart center. And I want you to answer the question that I had asked earlier. What is it that sets your soul on fire? Bring that to your mind. Bring that to your mind's eye. Let that visualization of you serving, leading, creating a home, creating relationships. How are you showing up in the world? Bring that into your mind of what sets your soul on fire to even do all of that. What is it that you have within you that you're wanting to share? That you're wanting to have the ripple effect outside of you in a very positive way? That you're wanting to be magnetic with outside of you? And once you have that, we want to create a statement. And so let's just do a really easy statement right now. I lead with enthusiasm and courage that inspires others to do the same. I lead with passion. I am courageous. I am filled with enthusiasm for life, enthusiasm for service. I am filled with enthusiasm. I am passionate about what sets my soul on fire. Feel the energy building from your heart to your hands and from your hand to your heart. You may feel the energy against your palms that's coming off of your chest when you're thinking about what sets your soul on fire and how you're leading. And now we want to take this energy right here and we're going to send it up into the universe. Send it out. And just confirm, I am enthusiasm. I generate enthusiasm in others. I am courageous. I step boldly into what sets my soul on fire. I am bold. I am courageous. I am, say your name. I am victorious. Generate more outside of you. This is when we're sending it out into the world outside of you, that enthusiasm, your reason for being, what lights you up, what sets your soul on fire. And then I want you to take it and bring your hands and bring it down and just coat yourself with that beautiful love, with the beautiful light of the enthusiasm, the courage. Fill yourself up with it and store it right here in your power center. Seal it up, moving in a clockwise direction. That is how you can shift and transform your state of operation like that. Now, I went into it really deep, but you can do it in a slow way or a fast way, however you want. You can break it down. All right, so let's get back to the presentation portion. All right. So y'all, when we are walking the journey of our life, we have obstacles in our way. We have circumstances that are not ideal. We have experiences because we are a physical being walking on planet Earth where there is a lot of below the line thinking and instances. And that's okay, because when we learn how to bring that charge inside of us, that energy that can produce the good stuff, then we can shift and we can make that choice, make that conscious decision around changing, around shifting, around transforming from the inside out. So we can go along the way that we always have, getting frustrated, getting irritated, procrastinate, continuing to procrastinate. We can continue doing all those things of the past. Because very similar to Lot's wife, I love that Bible story from the Old Testament about Lot and his wife. And if you're not familiar with it, she ran into a big obstacle of fear. And what happened was God was going to destroy the city in which they lived, where Lot and his family lived. And so he sent angels to go and bring their Lot's family out, to bring Lot's family out so that the angels would destroy the city. And so the angels delivered Lot and his wife to the city gates and said, "Run and do not look back." That was the only command option that they were given, was to run. And they were told explicitly not to look back. Well, the family takes off, but guess what Lot's wife does? She has all of this stuff in her head, these fears in her head, and she looks back behind her. And when she looks back behind her, she turns into a pillar of salt. She is forever preserved into the condition that created her past. What are you looking back for in your life? What condition has totally taken you hostage that is keeping you from moving forward in your life? Because it will continue to show up and keep you from moving forward and experiencing success, experiencing joy, experiencing love, experiencing the thrill of life when that pattern is still in existence within your mind. So in Armor Up, what we do is we go in there and we clear out those patterns. So Lot's wife needed a cleaning. She needed a mental cleaning to break free from what held her hostage in the past. It's time to step forward. And I am offering an Armor Up virtual retreat for those of you who are ready to not be victim of the patterns of the past. We must address the soul as we are moving forward. We've got to leave the past behind, and we've got to move forward with new thoughts, new patterns. So Armor Up is your stage to create more energy and vitality in your life, to come from that place of rest and fun versus that stress and strife. It's to live at your body's natural desired weight with ease and feel empowered in the way that you eat, work, and play. The virtual retreat, what you're going to walk away with at this 3-day virtual retreat is emotional resolution skills to break free from stress cycles. That is what is creating the hostage mentality, is these emotions that are coming up that are creating all those ways where you can't see who you are clearly that I was speaking about earlier. That's what we're going to clear up. You're going to learn mind-body nutrition techniques that help restore the energy and vitality back to your body and bring your gut brain back online, because that's what we're going to do. Most people's gut brain is sound asleep. There's digestive unrest, digestive upset, lower immune system. All of these things are happening inside the gut that most people are oblivious to. And so we're going to bring that gut brain back online. And you're going to learn insight into what drives you, for personal success, for your professional success. You're going to learn innovative cutting edge tools like the power of pause. We're going to go deeper into that framework that I taught you earlier this evening. There's going to be fun and engagement in things like what we just did. We're going to do some moving meditation, more breath work. You're going to learn more breath work skills In order to shift your state of operation faster, you're going to learn that emotional resolution skill in order to permanently resolve that so that you don't have to rely on those breath techniques so often. However, you will learn a breath routine that you can do every single day to help increase the energy and vitality of your body and to help condition your body mind complex to stay in that state of ease, the rest and digest mode, versus jumping into that stress response. What can you expect? You can expect a moving meditation to tap into the song of your heart. You're going to be learning what the song of your heart is. That is what drives you, what brings life to you. It's your aim, it's your reason for being. You're going to learn breathwork techniques that'll shift you from stress to chill. You're going to receive the Ultimate Health Breakthrough System protocol that will help you elevate your health and vitality, and the emotional resolution strategies. They're going to help you resolve fear-based patterns permanently. The general admission is only $177. You're going to get full access to all live retreat sessions. You're going to receive the Ultimate Health Breakthrough System e-course and e-book, and it will be yours to keep. You'll have a limited time with the replays of every session. Now, for those who would like to get some deeper one-to-one attention, you can go the VIP admission, which is $297 for 3 days, y'all, of virtual retreat. You're going to receive access to all session replays for life. Oh, everything in general admission, plus all session replays for life. You're going to also receive a Heart Song strategy session and a Create project session. Both of those are super cool and super fun. And then you're going to receive 2 months of an exclusive membership into the Armor Up Life Group coaching, where you can fully integrate the tools and get a taste for what that feels like in your body to shift your state that quick. So great. The Armor Up Virtual Retreat. This is the place for you to renew, recharge, and rediscover your purpose. You'll want to register today. This program is May. Oh, my apologies. It is, I think I just shifted what I was sharing, but it is in 2 weeks. Whoa, where's my stop share? There we go. All right, y'all, the retreat, let me get that date for y'all. I can't believe I didn't have it on my slide. It is the 15th, 16th, and 17th. On the 15th, it is in the evening time from 6 to 8:30. And then on Friday, the 16th, it is 12 to 4. And on Saturday, it is 12 to 4 again. 3 days. Oh, goodness sakes. I love this so much. Yes. There. Okay, y'all. I promise this time you're not going to get dizzy from all my clicking around. I have got it now. Yay. All right. So when you register today, you have those prices are available for you. The $177 for the general admission and the $297 for the VIP. Then you get registration bonuses. Your registration bonuses is a good morning smiling meditation to start your day. You'll also receive weekly empowering impact messages to help you give you a boost and a reminder of the state of operation that you want to be in when you head into your day. You're going to receive access to additional program material that's going to enhance your performance and the support you're looking for. You'll receive 2 ebooks, 2 of my favorite tools ever. One is Keys to Syncing with Nature for Health and Vitality, that is around circadian rhythm. And then Tools for Relaxation and Presence, which is around slowing down your state of operation. Just a few people that I wanted to share with you that have done this program. We have Kathy, and I love what she says, that things have just been happening for her. When she began shifting her state of operation by attending this class, she has had people out of the blue contacting her. She is a wine shop at home consultant, and people just reach out to her for tastings with ease and grace, y'all. It's beautiful. When we shift our state, things start to happen. Vanessa experienced a beautiful journey to her self-discovery. By releasing negative thoughts, it truly impacted in the way that she moved forward in her life and in her business. Michelle, I love that. Wow, wow. It is epic. And it truly is epic. She is so thrilled to learn and to notice what her emotions were doing to her and how she could just shift so easily into a state of operation that is just so filled with ease and grace. And if any of you have been watching her on Facebook lately, oh my gosh, you can literally see the glow within her. It's just so beautiful. So my question for you is, how good do you want to feel? How good do you really, 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 really want to feel? Many times we don't give ourselves permission to feel that because we are so inundated with the past behaviors, with the emotions, those sensations that we spoke about, that once you feel a sensation, the mind starts to go after that sensation. It brings on another sensation, and pretty soon you're in all out anxiety, anger, frustration, irritation, whatever it is. And well, that doesn't feel good. But we can be so flooded by that that sometimes we think that that's all we can feel. But really, how good do you really want to feel? Enthusiasm. The Armor Up virtual retreat. Register today so that you can renew, recharge, and discover that purpose within you. And here's just a few more people that have experienced that shift in their state of operation. And they began noticing their behaviors with food was different, behaviors with money was different, behaviors with their families was different, in how they built their relationships, in building their boundaries. They noticed the ease in which they could build their boundaries. So build your life with enthusiasm. It is that spark plug effect. It ignites that engine within you, and then it gives that beautiful ripple effect to other people and fills them with enthusiasm and courage. So they go out and do the same thing. So armor up and be courageous, y'all. Do not hold back. Take bold action and be bold in pursuing what sets your soul on fire. You can feel free. I would love to visit with you. You can do the QR code that has a session with Ashley. And there's also a QR code to go to the Armor Up retreat, virtual retreat page. So I'm going to give you a moment so that you can get those off of the screen. Session with Ashley and the Armor Up virtual retreat. All right. And I can bring it back up if I need to. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today. Who do I have with me? I've got Peggy and I have Dr. I don't want to butcher this. Akpong. I bet something is silent. I am so happy you're here. You are beautiful. I love your picture. How beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here for a Q&A. We've got a little bit more time left on the clock if you would love to ask some questions about the state. I know that though you two had popped in a little bit after I had given some examples and had shared the information about the state of operation and what I do. So if you have some questions, want me to review anything, I am here for you. Y'all hang tight. I am going to go ahead and end the recording. So give me just a moment. Thank you for joining me for this total wellness reboot. I look forward to seeing you soon.